from the end of the show. It was so good. I was hilarious. Do you remember the bit when I said, and then your man said the other thing? Oh, now I've got to do it all again. Let's start the show! Show we have for you this evening. Is there a doctor in the house? Yes, there is. Doctor Who star David Tennant is on the show. David Tennant. Oh. Doesn't he look excited to be here? Although I did ask for a picture of someone who'd spent years living in an old phone box, and I got this. David is shortly leaving his role as the Doctor. The role has been taken over by a new and exciting actor, cheaper. After this next series of specials, Doctor Who will be regenerating. Oh, just imagine. Someone on Saturday night telly with a shiny new face. Ah! Sorry. Clearly that's one of the monsters. It's a Monogatron. It sucks the life out of talented performers. Doctor Who, of course, is famous for its scary monsters. There's this one. Now, not that scary, really, is he? Sort of just looks like somebody shaved the Churchill dog. Someone cut off all your hair? Oh, yes. I ought to be saying, here's Johnny, because comedian and actor Johnny Vegas is here. Yes. I know. We haven't had him before. I think that's Johnny at the back. That's Johnny in the brilliantly funny ITV comedy Benidorm. I know. A funny ITV comedy. Who knew? A trip to Benidorm. Oh, one of those holidays where everyone ends up bringing the same things back. You know, a straw donkey, itchy genitalia. Johnny Vegas. No, of course, that's not his real name. He chose Vegas because it combined his love of showbiz with his love of gambling. Here he is gambling. Yeah. I believe he's holding his melons and nudging his plums. Also on the show, my favourite singer of all time, Alison Moyet is here. All loved up. Alison shot to fame in the 80s with Yazoo. Not quite sure why she's got a light bulb sticking out of her bottom. Perhaps her arse just had a great idea. The 80s, ladies and gentlemen. A more innocent time when Boy George was just eccentric. George Michael was allowed a driving licence. And Elton John was even married to a woman. Apparently that's the only time he did take her up the aisle. It was a different time, ladies and gentlemen. And talking of time travel, I've been 100 years into the future, where I was lucky enough to catch a glimpse of what Princesses Eugenie and Beatrice will look like. Yeah. Let's get some guests on! First, Norton, here's a Who. It's the not delicious David Tennant! Oh! Hello, sir! Oh! Sit yourself down, do. Comedian Johnny Vegas! Oh, you're very welcome. Oh, sit yourself down. They meet, they greet, and she put the ooh and yazoo, it's Alison Moyet! Oh, I'm so well. Sit down, meet the guys. Hello, David, Alison. Alison, David, Johnny, Alison, Alison, Johnny, Alison, Couch, Alison. I tell you, there's quite a few Dr. Whovians. Yeah. The Whovians in the house. Were you two Doctor Who fans? I mean, are, sorry.
Yeah,
it's still on.
Yeah, absolutely. When I get the telly on, but it's, you know, it's an institution, isn't it?
Yeah.
From the days when we hid behind the sofa and the Daleks couldn't go upstairs.
When you were a kid, did you watch it?
Yeah.
And did you watch it as a kid?
No, I was...
What?
I was Star Wars.
They weren't mutually exclusive.
Well, they were, because Doctor Who could happen. Star Wars was in a galaxy far, far away. There was two suns, whereas Doctor Who, you could get mugged, go in the bog. So I never, you know what I mean? I didn't as a child. I got into the new series.
Good, that's fine.
And I thought it was very... It was that thing going, can they bring this back? Well, it worked, and it worked marvellously. And
it did. It did. And officially, the best Doctor Who ever.
Wow.
Now, no. Don't take my word for it.
Oh, no.
Doctor Who magazine says so. Yes. And if they don't know...
Yes.
How often is that magazine out?
Once a month.
Are you serious?
How many features?
It's packed.
Wait.
Seriously, this comes out 12 times a year.
Yes.
Why would they have to bring that out 12 times a year when people like him are hiding in your garden? Surely he knows everything there is to know about you already.
We'll find that out later. Now, listen, but you're leaving. Well, you've left.
I'm done. Well, yes. It's still to happen on television, of course.
Yeah, you've got, is it 3 more specials?
I've got 3 more. We've got The Waters of Mars on Sunday night, which is kind of the beginning of the end, really. Yeah. The bell is tolling for the Doctor, and you'll see stuff will happen in The Waters of Mars, which means life for the Doctor, or this version of the Doctor, will never quite be the same again.
And when do you do your official bye-bye? Is it Christmas Day or Boxing Day?
We've got a special on Christmas Day, which is the first part of The End of Time, which is the big finale.
Yeah.
You might have got that from the title.
Yes.
And then...
They're not selling it short, are
no,
they? The End of Time.
I mean, sometime around New Year, maybe New Year's Day, we get the finale.
And was it like just, you know, leaving a job a bit sad, or was it incredibly emotional?
No, it was ridiculous, yeah. I mean, the episodes themselves are very sad, so there's lots of sad scenes came up, which, of course, you know, we all shed a tear for. And then just leaving all the people that I'd worked with for 4 years, and it was a big thing. I mean, I grew up with the show, and I loved the show, and moving on from it was quite a wrench, yeah.
And now the new guy, Matt...
Yes?
Have you filmed with him yet? Well, if you haven't yet, you won't. But have you filmed with him? Have you met him?
I've met him.
Have you seen him on set?
Not exactly. Ooh. If I say I was on set with him, it reveals certain things about the final episode, and, you know, I don't want to give anything away.
So, yes, you were on set with him. You have filmed with him. We see you both together.
Not,
That's kind of what you're saying.
Not quite, no. It's not that straightforward, Graham.
OK.
Don't think you've got one over on me.
Will you watch it? It must be weird.
You mean will I watch it when Matt starts?
Yeah.
I'll have to.
But on some level, and it's not a bit of yourself you admire or like, you must hope it's a disaster from now on.
I know what you mean, but I'm enough of a pathetic fanboy myself to really need it to keep being good.
OK, let's have a look. This is it, The Water of Mars.
Oh, yes.
Going out on Sunday. There's a clip.
We've got to go.
Set the seal to maximum!
Look as well.
You see, that's why I don't let my son watch it. because that looks all too real, and just like you've annoyed the staff at Centre Park. You know, when security come after you.
It just reminded me that I still haven't used that power hose my mother gave me for Christmas. Was that the Eden Project?
No, it was the Botanical Gardens of Wales.
Who knew?
Do you know, if you're near them, you should go and visit them, because they're a bit hidden away and a bit secret, and they're absolutely amazing.
By which you mean they're in Wales.
They're a hidden
If you're not near them, you should send them threatening letters.
But it's very brave, I think, to walk away from the hit. I mean...
Brave or very, very foolish.
Well...
Time will tell.
Well, I mean, it must have been hard, because you could have done it for another few years.
Oh, I could have done it till they were wheeling me out in my bath chair, absolutely. Yeah.
So, was there a reason why now?
Partly because I've enjoyed it so much. I thought, I don't want to be here when it starts to feel like a job, you know. I loved going to work every day, and it was always fun. And I thought, I don't want it to feel like a slog. I don't want to think, oh, the Daleks again. I don't want to get to that, you know.
But it's interesting, because two of you, because you both had, you know, a hit thing and then walked away, but then both of you kind of gone back, because you, for a while there, stopped stand-up, and now you're back doing stand-up.
Yeah.
And then you left Yazoo, and presumably you thought you'd never be in Yazoo again.
Well, you know, I never left Yazoo. It was Vince that split the band up. You know, I was a bit gutted at the time. I didn't want to be a solo singer.
Oh, OK.
Yeah, absolutely. Just I got the blame.
So for you, it wasn't a hard decision to go back
Oh,
to
no,
that.
I'd have done it years ago.
Oh, I see. Because I just assumed there was some bad blood or something. There was no bad
Yeah, no,
blood.
there was bad blood, but that didn't matter, really.
Oh, right. It wasn't your bad blood.
No, well, it wasn't. I was good half responsible, you know, where we did ruck a bit, you know. Well, actually, that's not fair. We didn't ruck a bit. What it was is I was, you know, I'm quite French in that sense that I can scream and shout and it doesn't bother me, you know, or I certainly could then. And he was very English and reserved, and there was just no communication. When we started working together, the minute we went in the studio, record company heard the song, loved it, wanted to release it, and then you make an album. We didn't even go for a drink together, you know. So we weren't mates. I knew all the rest of Depeche Mode, I just didn't know him very well.
Oh, was that weird? Mm. And when you left the stand-up, why did you stop stand-up?
Because I'd been very lonely, and then suddenly I had loads of superficial friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
There was that kind of rage about certain things, and then you're going, life's actually got really good. And as a character, I can't go out and moan about being on the other side of the tracks, because you're kind of drawn into being light entertainment, and you are mixed with the beautiful people, whether you like it or not. And, you know, whatever. And you're going, I've nothing to be angry about at the moment.
But now, when you were doing the stand-up, you did work in terrible venues. This is a vile story.
I played a venue that once you were in there, there was no toilets backstage. And the only way out was through the audience. And I was very much... I didn't like people to see me before.
Yeah.
And kind of being in character was hunched over a bottle of vodka. And you're going... I needed the loo. And I really needed the loo. And I didn't want to break the show, because, you know, it's Edinburgh. You've got the 1 hour. There's no way of taking a break. And it was a good show. I wasn't panning it out. And the only thing in the dressing room was a Pringles box. Like, the longer one.
Oh, not the mini one.
I'm not... No, but... I think somebody found this and came up with the mini pack, because... with the longer pack, I managed... This should have been on the learning zone of the Open University. I managed to turn it halfway down, create a catchment area. Because if you've grown up and your mum's a cleaner, somebody's got to clean up after you. Yeah. Right, I didn't want this to be anybody's responsibility. So I had a... I don't revel in this, but... When I was hunched over the Pringles pack, I was actually thinking, you're a professional. I had a catchment area which then allowed me to... This would be the best Dragon's Den ever. She's then allowed me to tip it into the remaining third of the Pringles pack.
Oh.
Then fold in the soiled area on top, which help keep the smell in, and still put the plastic end on top. So it looked like a snack size. I wasn't proud, but the best thing was, it fit in my pocket. So I did an entire gig with a snack-sized Pringle pack full of poo in my pocket with 3 judges in from the Perrier. Just going, what is the right time to go? It's one of them boingy snakes. I took it home and I got rid of it. It was a super scoop for that.
Well done. We applaud your ingenuity. Now, listen, we are about to meet some Whovians.
OK.
And reading, all the things you say in interviews and stuff, you talk about what a big fan. Now, do you exaggerate what a big, geeky Doctor Who fan you were when you were a kid to make it a kind of a better story?
To be honest, I probably underplay it. Yeah. No, I was a proper, full-on... I had a Tom Baker doll. My granny knitted me a scarf. The works, yeah.
Listen, with lots of Doctor Who fans in, and there's too many in for them all to talk to you, so one of them is going to get the opportunity to ask you the one kind of burning question they've always had. The one thing they've always wanted the opportunity to ask Doctor Who. Right. So...
Will you marry me?
Not that. So, to whittle it down, because you do know a lot of this. So ask them a really, really, really difficult.
A really difficult one?
It has to be really difficult, because these people are... Look at them getting ready. They're getting ready. OK. Go with an incredibly difficult one.
Oh, I wasn't ready for this.
OK.
A really hard one would be... what was the name...
Oh, that's good already.
...of the... Who was the actor who, for 2 weeks, took over from Fraser Hines when he was sick? Well, that chance.
Oh, my God. I can't believe somebody knows that. Now, wait a minute. Can we just check? Is he the only one? No one else knows. Oh, hang on. We have another one over there. Any advance on him? Another one at the top. Should we go with that one because he was first?
He was very quick.
He was very quick. Yes. We'll go with him. But just, it's interesting, 3 people. OK, and he might get it wrong. I'm doubting it, but he might get it wrong. OK, what's your name, sir?
David.
David.
An excellent name.
What was the name of the actor?
Hamish Wilson.
He's absolutely right.
Whoa! OK.
And that's from 1968.
1968? Yeah. OK. David, stand up. Stand up, David. OK, OK. This is very exciting now. I'm so sorry. Were you right?
Yeah.
Were you right? Yeah. Oh. Look at the sadness in that face. Yes, I was. Sorry. Let me just get into David. You're fine. All right, so, now, David, so, there he is. Doctor Who. Have you met Doctor Who before?
Yes, I've met David before.
Have you?
Yes.
Where did we meet before?
We met on Daleks in Manhattan set.
Oh, OK.
Remember, the Daleks... Yeah, the Daleks take Manhattan.
Yeah. Had you won the competition?
No, I didn't win a competition.
Why were you there?
He's won it now. David, it's not too late. There are other people who knew...
You don't talk to the doctor like that! Whistle to yourself now!
Now, thank you, Bobby.
It's all right. Leave it. He's not worth it. Honestly, he's not worth it.
You've been told. Now, David, this is it.
Yes?
He's about to be not Doctor Who anymore. So, the one question you've always wanted to ask him, off you go.
Well, my first memory of Doctor Who was John Pertwee and Planet of the Spiders.
OK.
What was your first memory of Doctor Who?
That's it.
That's a nice, gentle question.
All right, what was your first memory of Doctor Who?
It was probably John Pertwee turning into Tom Baker.
Oh, that was mine.
From the same story,
Yeah.
Yeah.
me. Very quickly. What was your question?
I wanted to ask David, obviously he's just finished Hamlet. Who's a better writer, Shakespeare or Russell T Davies?
Oh, excellent question. Now, see, now. That's a question. What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew's a genius.
I think Russell T Davies is the Shakespeare of today.
Excellent answer.
Thanks
Can I just say,
very much.
if I was you, I'd have just gone with Russell T Davies because Shakespeare's dead.
That's true.
Listen, well done, the Whovians. Thank you very much, the Whovians. Very good. Now listen, you've got a job in America.
Moving on.
Yes. So what's your gig in America?
It's a pilot, so
okay.
I mean it may come to nothing, but it's called Rex Is Not Your Lawyer, and it's about a lawyer who is kind of, you know, the best lawyer of his generation. They're always the best of their generation, aren't they?
Yes.
But then he has panic attacks in court, and so he has to coach people to defend themselves.
Right.
It's very good. It's very exciting, and but you know it's a pilot, so you may never see it.
And
but
now,
hopefully it'll be huge.
But here, so David Tennant, you know, Doctor Who, but suddenly you're in this new arena.
Yeah.
Are you having to, like, audition, or are you being offered these things?
No, I've had to audition a bit this year, which has been, yes, you get out of the habit. It's not good. Because that's what you do as an actor, and I've done it for years, and you get very used to it. But then, of course, you forget, and you get spoilt, because people know who you are and give you stuff, and you get very smug. And then, and then you have to go out there and hustle again, yeah. Which is always a bit embarrassing. Everyone's sort of sitting there thinking, I want you to die. Good luck. You know, oh, better looking than me, you bastard. Good luck. No, break your leg. Go on.
Because
Yeah.
Johnny Vegas, against all the odds, you've become a proper actor in proper things.
No, I've done a few posh things.
But you, and do you get rung up and you asked to go and audition for things?
I do, but most of the jobs I've got, I've been offered outright. Bleak House I had gout when I turned up, and I'd been on a big night out the night before. And I really thought, I think he thought I'd turned up in character. You know when you're going, oh! And the director's going, I want him. I want him. I did a Laurel and Hardy one. You know when you're going, I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
I can, and I spent a whole weekend doing what I thought was learning his accent. I managed to turn Oliver Hardy into a Brummie. I can't even do a Brummie accent, but the nerves got to me. You're going, all right. My first ever casting was Lord of the Rings.
Which you nearly got.
It was basically between me and another guy, and they're going, if you can't put weight on, it's yours. Thank you. And I go in the room, and it was the director, Peter Jackson, was there. And the minute they went, it's virtually yours. I started trying. It was just a joke up until that point, and then I was in the room, and he's going, right, we'll run a couple of scenes. There's a giant spider. It's bearing down on you. What do you do? Get off! It's attacking your best friend! What are you going to say to him? Don't! You do that! Again! You know, he's going, spider's not that big on English. Use your sword more. And because you've no reference point, it's your first casting ever, you come out and you go, I think that went pretty well. Will the Doctor ever have a male assistant?
He has had. Captain Jack. He assists him in all sorts of ways.
Yeah, but I mean a full-time companion. Take me to the States. Take me with you.
Actually, you could do Laurel and Hardy together. They could, couldn't they? They could. Yeah, see? Perfect.
Yeah, all right there. Why don't you do something to help me?
Listen, very quickly, Benidorm, Johnny Vegas. You love Benidorm. That's serious.
I have stories that don't involve defecation, so we don't have to go on quickly.
Calm down. No. No, you do. But because Benidorm, you're out there for how many months?
3.
That's a long time in Benidorm, isn't it?
It is in Benidorm, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
No.
You don't need to, really. You can kind of...
Is it like Blackpool?
No, everyone goes, oh, it's a Blackpool, you know, of Spain, and you go, no, it's not. I've had fun in Blackpool.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Christmas every day, but Christmas in an asylum every day. There's too much temptation, there's too many mad people. It's not a healthy place for me to be with my fragile personality.
Have you been to Benidorm?
No.
No. You wouldn't, would you?
I'm rubbish at holidays. I don't know how people do them. I've just given up.
But you had quite idyllic holidays as a child. You go to France.
Yeah, but that was good. I mean, you know, I come from sort of peasant stock, and so, you know, in those days we didn't have telephones, did we? So it was the only way my dad got to see his family was to go to France, you know. And then it was, you know, you go and sleep in a field, you wait till dusk, you know, all us kids would get the hay together, my dad on either side of us, sleeping bags, plastic, you know, and then leg it before the combine harvester came.
Fingers crossed. What was the thing? Because obviously you lived in Basildon, so...
We lived in Basildon, but when we were out there, we'd live in the fields, you know, it was really basic like that. And one time I needed to go to the toilet, and you know, and I had to go in the woods, and my dad said he'd watch for me, you know, so he turned his back, and I dropped my trousers, and I bent down. Someone kicked me really hard in the bum, you know. It was like this. 3 times this happened, where someone kicked me really, really hard. Oh, kick me. Oh, the toilet, kicking me. And it was actually an electric fence. That did smart.
I can't believe you didn't bring it up earlier in our Pooh Pringle section. His had a happy ending.
Yeah,
Terrible.
I never felt that kicked.
Now, listen, the other weird thing about Benidorm, and you've done a Radio 4 documentary, which went out last Saturday, about... there are kind of comedians...
Yeah, I mean, Benidorm's lovely. It is what it is. Everyone there who watches the show kind of goes, oh, God, you do see people like that, don't you? And you go, you're here. It's about you. You're going, oh, well, I live here, you see, I'm not a tourist. That's the differentiation. He's going, I'm not a tourist, I live here. Left England, too many bloody foreigners. You know, and you're going, and you are... You know, they go, they don't even learn the language, and you speak.
But now you've done it yourself. Because, you know, everyone does kind of stand-up DVDs. But this is bizarre, because it's you in Benidorm with a Benidorm audience.
And it's not a cash-in on the service.
No!
It's me, within my own right, as an entertainer.
Taylor, you happen to be in Benidorm.
At the time of a venue being available.
Yeah. But listen, we've got a clip. Here's one of the few bits we can show.
Do you know what it's like when your mum picks you up from school and tells you the kids she's not related to you? She's your social worker. She started sewing false names into me gym kit. And my school blazer. Except for the fact she couldn't write. And she couldn't sew. So she cut things out of boxes and just glued them in. My school report for PE, Mr. Kipling has no natural aptitude for sport. That was the tamest bit. Honestly, as the night went on, it was just crowd control.
The people streak across the stage. It's nuts. It really is.
You don't think in the cinema where they go, you will be asked to leave if you're filming, and somebody casually has the video. There was a bloke with a soundman and everything who just sat on stage. There was 3 of them with a camera, a boom, and someone else taking notes, making a pirate video.
So there's an alternative
version. I had to go up and go, I'm going to ask you to leave, and the bloke went, why?
Talking of fans, we have some of our own, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, right. This show has fans. Some viewers in Hull who got a bit obsessed with the show, and they're with us tonight. Fiona and friends. Where are Fiona and friends? Oh, could you stand up so we can see you in the melee of Whovians? There you go. Hello. Hello. We've dressed up for the telly. Now, now, basically, you watched a clip of the show over and over and over again.
It was one of our friends that was in the clip.
Oh, she was in the audience. She was the girl in the audience. And so you watched it over and over again, and then you memorised it, essentially.
Not really. We watched it a couple of times because we thought it was quite funny, so...
I love it when fans say the show's quite funny.
There's a huge difference between memorising and going, we watched a couple of times. And then...
Yeah, wait, so
you take the piss, but my fans wouldn't be like that.
Here's the... So, basically, you filmed yourselves doing this. So there's Fiona and the girls miming to the show in that, and they put it on YouTube. We found it on YouTube, and that's how we found the girls. Okay, so here but can I do Fiona as me is really good. Okay, off we go.
Oh, you, hiya. Hi. Now, you're a student in your... What are you actually studying?
Theatre.
Theatre. You're studying theatre? Suddenly this story makes no sense at all. Why? The story is, I failed my degree in my 3rd year, right? You're studying theatre? And you failed? I thought that was the one you did because you can't fail.
She's good, isn't she? Yeah, really good.
I did the theatre bit, but when you had to write about it, I just didn't.
Yeah, so Holly, she didn't really know how to tell her mum and dad, right? This is genius, she got this through. So she didn't tell them. But does she know she's on telly now? This is a girl who failed at theatre.
Well done, ladies. It's very good. Now... So you were the friend, you were Ricky Gervais, so did you do the filming?
Yeah, it was my handiwork.
Yes. Now, I would think you could call the camera work dynamic. Had you not seen the clip? Because you seem very surprised when anyone speaks to you, and it's like, oh my God, oh, whoa.
I was stood with the telly behind me, so I couldn't see what was going on. We'd only watched it a few times.
Really, very good, wasn't it?
Very good.
And now, the other lady, did you know that she was filming?
Yeah, it was actually a practice run, so we're going to do it again.
Oh, right. And if you'd done it again and got a bit better, might you have taken your bra and pants off?
Yes.
Looks like they're going to have a parade in the hall. They put up bunting. It's really lovely. Well, listen, I tell you, your lip-syncing, Fiona, I thought was so good. So, would you like to try... Do you want to have a go in the real chair? Come on, Fiona, come down here. You come down here. Now, you sit in there, OK? You sit in there, OK? That's the actual chair warmed by my arse. OK. Well, I'll hide back here, right? Okay. You just do fish-mouthy thing, and I'll do some talking. Okay, like a ventriloquist dummy type thing. Right. Okay, you all set? Okay, I'll just be right here. I'm not going miles away. Okay.
You know what? Okay. This is fantastic because I've always wanted to kiss Graham Norton.
Okay.
There's always been a barrier.
Here goes. Are you set, Fiona? Okay. Yeah, OK. So, hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. These are my guests, David Tennant, Johnny Vegas, Alison Moyet. Would Johnny like to kiss me? That feels so gentle.
Graham?
Yes, Johnny?
You know I admire you as a fellow professional.
Yes, Johnny?
But your ability to talk out of sync...
It's my gift, Johnny.
It's always been a huge turn-on for me.
Oh. I must apologise for not wearing pants. They're on a radiator at home.
Shh. No, I'm going to kiss you. How do you feel about that?
I feel a little sick inside. Oh, poor Fiona. Well done, Fiona! she sat there thinking, maybe David Tennant will kiss me. But no. That's the way the showbiz cookie crumbles. See, this job isn't as easy as it looks, is it, Fiona? No. Listen, Alison Moyet, new album out. Now, you see, it does say 25 years.
It does say 25 years, 25 solo years, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Now, in a minute, I was going, wait, singing live, Alison Moyet is going to be doing All Cried Out.
Brilliant.
Which is just, I love. Just fantastic. And you're touring this, aren't you?
Yeah, touring all, most of November, December, yeah.
And the thing they said, now, I like a glass of wine, you like a glass of wine.
Yeah, but...
A glass of cognac you have before the show.
Well, do you know what's really interesting is I'm teetotal. I'm teetotal, but I drink copious amounts of cognac before I go on stage. Like this much, in a single shot.
OK, is that a bit like those vegetarians who then kind of go, well, I do eat chicken. Well, steak sometimes.
Yeah. Do you know the truth? And it's not because I've got an attitude about alcohol, I just don't like the taste of it. I don't like the taste of it. So, you see people do have, like, wine and cheese and it looks like really, a bane. And I thought, oh, we love it. Oh, no.
No.
I can do it if I neck it.
It looks less urbane, then.
It does. But I can't give that up.
But don't the Moyet family own cognac or something?
Well...
Tell him more!
Well, my family come from cognac, I know you can trace... I've got family living in the same streets from the 1600s. Literally the same street. They've all worked in the cognac firms, and, yeah, there are Moyet cognacs, some of which we're related to and some of which we're not. But we don't get freebies.
Oh. No. Listen, it's been lovely talking to you all. Alison, you are going to sing for us. I can't wait. So if you want to go and get ready, Alison Moyet, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Very shortly, we'll be putting some more brave viewers into the classic red chairs. But first, singing All Cried Out, it is Alison Moyet!
The grass has grown under your feet. In your absence, I changed my mind, and someone else is sitting in your seat. I know that I said there'd be no one else. I know that I said I'd be true. So don't look surprised, there was no disguise. You knew where I stood from the start. So stop, look around you, you're right back where I found you. Take back your cold and empty heart. Stay around.
Come back and join us, too. Oh, now, does anyone else get this urge now? I get into trouble X Factor clapping. Like, if you hit a big note, I want to go, yay! For Alison. Listen, that is nearly all we've got time for. Just time for a few of your stories. I'm loving this bit. It's my favourite bit of the show. What it is, could you be in charge of the lever, by the way, this week? You're good with lever. I've seen you in the TARDIS. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's all over it. He's all over it. Now, have you seen this?
I have seen this, yes. Come on.
This is the most interesting story in their lives. And if we get bored, that happens. Okay. Okay. Now, this week, I understand our raconteurs, our Shanakees, that's Irish for storyteller, are joining us in the medium of time and relative dimensions in space. Who's first? What's this? Look! Oh! Why, hello!
Hello.
Hello? There's a waistcoat on the show, ladies and gentlemen. What's your name?
Kate.
Kate. OK, take it away, Kate.
I was trimming my pubes, and then...
Let's just stop there! Kate, we did not expect those words to come out of your mouth. That, I have to say, this is number 6 in the series. That's the best start of a story so far. I was trimming my pubes when?
When there was a knock at the door.
A knock at the door. There's a plot, ladies and gentlemen, a plot. Go.
So I opened the door.
Yes.
And standing there is Johnny Vegas.
So he knocked at the door. Why was he at your door?
I used to live down the hall from him at university.
What's your full name? What's your full name?
At the time, it was Kate Dyson, and I had like a savage ginger crew cut. It was properly bright red.
Do you remember her?
She was always bothering my pube trimmers.
So, go on.
So, he's knocked on the door. I open the door. He says, "Can I borrow your scissors?" And I sort of went, "Oh, OK." So I handed them over. I was a bit wary about it and brushed them off as I did. And he obviously sort of spotted something because he said, "What, have you been trimming your pubes?" I'm a hopeless liar, so I had to say yes, actually. That's exactly what I've been doing. And then I went into the Student Union bar about an hour or two later to find that he'd told everybody about it, and it was full of blokes going like that.
Good story! And that's your reward! That is all we've got time for, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like to join us on the show, go on the red chair, contact via our website at this address. Ladies and gentlemen, please say thank you to my guests, David Tennant, Johnny Vegas, Alison Moyet. Join me same time next week when my guests will be globe-trotting fighter Michael Palin, comedy queen Dawn French, and the singing legend that is Rod Stewart. I'll see you then. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Stay in step with Strictly from your mobile. Get the very latest news, scores and dances wherever you are. Just go to bbc.co.uk/Strictly from your mobile. Oh, and bookmark it. Thank you.
Next, a quick look at what's to come on Sunday with David Tennant in Doctor Who, and then The Apprentice USA on BBC One.